Here we are today in San Bernardino, California, and the historic site of the original McDonald's. Pretty cool place to visit. Boy, check out the lettering on that sign. A little bit of sun damage there. There's a Big Mac, and there's some golden arches. Now, this is a free museum that you can visit, open daily. They don't sell any 15-cent hamburgers, but they've got lots of memories. And the best thing about it, it's free admission. I had originally intended to record this live, but the place across the street, there's like an arcade and some other business establishments there, and they were playing this really loud music, so I didn't want to get copyrighted, so I decided to just go ahead and lower the volume and add the voiceover afterwards. So you got this nice mural that wraps all the way around the building, picture of Richard and Maurice McDonald's, and then let's head on in. As soon as you get in, the first thing you're faced with are these horrifying Ronald McDonald clowns. Hello, Georgie. Want a balloon? This is a pretty neat place, though. And again, it's free admission. And the tour guide, well, he's kind of a tour guide on duty. It's a self-guided tour, really, but they do have a guy that's there. And he explained to me that this museum is actually owned by Juan Pollo Chicken. And if you're from Southern California, you're probably familiar with Juan Pollo. It's a pretty good place. So you got old pictures here, neat things to look at, a lot of artifacts and things like that. But this is, like I said, owned and operated by Juan Pollo. It's free, but they do accept donations. Give what you feel like giving. The more you give, the more you live. And you get to learn a little bit of a history about McDonald's. The guy who was the tour guide on duty did say that the recent movie starring Michael Keaton called The Founder has sort of renewed interest in the history of McDonald's, and they've had a lot of individuals visiting this site. Hey dude, he doesn't look too happy. You saw there also that the oldest McDonald's in existence currently in Southern California and in the United States is in Downey, and you can still visit that McDonald's. It's running today. Here's a neat little display. Employee stars. You got some stars. Some of you may remember some of these individuals. Is this Andie MacDowell? She's a great actress. Do you know what you do to me, do you? From the movie Green Card. My wife will get that joke. Jane Leno. There's Rachel McAdams, who of course played Regina George in Mean Girls. Oh, and Elton John. Elton John. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize. No, it's actually actor Doug Jones who played Big Mac tonight. Former president who loved McDonald's, that would be Bill Clinton. Famous skit on Saturday Night Live of Phil Hartman playing Bill Clinton visiting McDonald's. And so Bill Clinton had a lot of jokes there about him and his visits to McDonald's and his eating habits. So lots of neat things here. Most of the stuff that's on display they have some pictures of the old restaurant and such. And you have some of these displays here. Please do not eat the displays. I don't know why you'd want to. I don't even know if it's real food in here. You'll see some of this. Yeah, it looks like the big breakfast there. I hope that's not real food, because that would be just gross. But yeah, there are some displays like this, but most of the stuff, and some artifacts from the restaurants, but most of the stuff here is Happy Meal stuff. A lot of old Happy Meal toys. Here's a display that includes actual props from the movie The Founder. And it is a pretty good movie. It really shows you how Ray Kroc, the guy who the movie is named after, The Founder, he really messed up life for the McDonald's brothers. And essentially, he didn't really steal the name, but he found a legal way to kind of steal the name and make the business his own. So those poor guys, they kind of got the short end of the stick. Good movie though, and well worth your time to watch. So a lot of the stuff, as I said, is Happy Meal toys, and they've got some sections that show Happy Meal toys and like displays from other countries where McDonald's is present. So like Happy Meal boxes, cups, food containers, different things like that. So you got Sweden, Germany, and just, I always heard McDonald's was all over the world, but this really helped remind me that yes, there's a lot of McDonald's out there. McDonald's is kind of everywhere. Here you got your Japan display and some of the toys that would be in Happy Meals in these particular parts of the country, like Japan. It looks like a lot of Hello Kitty stuff down there. Again, most of the stuff is Happy Meal toys and whatnot. But being that it's a free museum, it's well worth the time to stop in. Take you about 20 to 30 minutes to kind of look at everything. Probably not even that long. Oh, check out that creepy Humpty Dumpty there. Now that's the stuff nightmares are made of. I don't think I'd want that toy. So here's a shot of towards the back of the museum. They even have a little display up here. You'll see the mannequin head with the In-N-Out hat on it. They have a display there with competitor toys. I thought that was kind of interesting. Not really necessary. And you got a section for the Philippines, Korea. Ooh, mixed spaghetti, fried chicken. Not stuff that I recall seeing here at our McDonald's here in the States. Korea, Guam, and Hawaii. Looks like they got some noodles there. India. Some of the toys you see are pretty universal. You see those in different places. But there are some that are culturally unique to the particular area that McDonald's is operating in. And that's pretty cool to see. Oh, Canada, eh? Well, if you're going to have Canada, I guess it's not a surprise that they're going to have hockey jerseys and a lot of hockey stuff in Canada. Pretty cool. Oh, you're going to have some poutine. Real cheese curds. World famous fries, or poutine, as our friends to the north like to call it. I think that's what they are. They're fries, right? Look at all the paraphernalia here. Look at all the collection that they have. Here's a display from the Netherlands. More toys, Happy Meal toys, some dipping sauces. Again, some containers for the food from these different countries and different areas. And oh, the wonderful country of France. How nice. I'll give you a little bit of history here while we're looking at some of these Happy Meal toys. Now, Richard and Maurice McDonald opened their first restaurant way back in 1937. It was called the Air Dome, and it was over in Monrovia, California, and they sold hot dogs, orange juice, coffee, and tea. And that was back in 1937. In 1940, they moved that restaurant building to San Bernardino, and it became McDonald's Barbecue Restaurant. Had a staff of 20 attractive car hops. I love how they say attractive car hops. And a 25 item menu that included barbecue ribs, beef, and pork sandwiches. Maybe a precursor to the McRib there? Oh, check out these glasses. I used to think they were cool. You could get these collectible glasses for a small fee. And sometimes they had like these glasses promoting different movies. A few more display items here. Looks like some holiday wrapping, holiday bags and stuff. That's pretty cool. Anyway, in the 1940s, the McDonald's barbecue became the #1 teen hangout in San Bernardino. Oh, before I go on, I was kind of hoping to see some of this stuff. The old styrofoam containers. This is what a lot of us grew up with. The styrofoam containers. Now everything's, gone to the cardboard and stuff for environment-friendly stuff. You got a McRib sign there. But that's what we grew up with, a lot of us, those styrofoam containers. It was neat to see some of those. Pretty cool. I guess not that good for the environment. Here's a shot in the back of the museum. And of course, the ever-popular McToilet. Well, speaking of things people grow up with, 1970s high chair. I do remember those high chairs. I don't remember sitting in one, but I do remember those old high chairs and seeing those around. All right, over here you've got this Grimace outfit. Did anyone ever go to McDonald's when they were a kid and see Ronald McDonald, Grimace, the Hamburglar, and the whole gang? They used to do live performances. I remember us doing that in our hometown when we were kids. Oh, here is a neat little display. It was sort of a history of all the Happy Meals. And so they had tons of the old Happy Meal boxes. And I remember seeing a couple of the original Happy Meal boxes that I first remember getting when I was a kid. One coming up here that I really thought was cool was when the Star Trek, the motion picture movie came out. There it is, the Star Trek meal. And I got one of those and I was so excited to have that. Thought that was really cool. So lots of different themed Happy Meals. Looks like a spaceship, little golden book, trains, the Halloween ones look like jack-o'-lanterns. So many different Happy Meal boxes and toys on display here. And a lot of them centered around movies that were released. I thought that was interesting because you saw one of the movies was, is it right here? I think it's coming up here. It was Bambi. And yes, I was reminded of the fact that, before VCRs were a big deal, they would re-release Disney movies in the theaters all the time. And you could go with your family to the drive-in or to the walk-in theater and see Disney movies. And as we head out, I'm starting to head out, I realized I missed this display. The first Ronald McDonald was actually Willard Scott, 1961 to 1965. Willard Scott, of course, became well known as the weatherman on the Today Show throughout the 80s and into the 90s. And this final display here has a toy that my sister actually had. That's right, folks. The Minecraft edition McDonald's. Look at those blockheads. Okay, it's not really a Minecraft edition, but that's what it made me think of, because they had blockheads. That was great. I remember that toy. I think I wanted to play with it more than she did. They're so happy. Look how happy they are to be working at McDonald's. Because, every McDonald's employee is super, super happy, especially the guy on the roof. Well, that does it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't give you as much of the history as I thought I would, but let's just suffice it to say that the McDonald's brothers closed the barbecue and reopened as McDonald's, just serving burgers and fries because that's what they were selling most of anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're ever in San Bernardino in Southern California, please consider stopping by the first McDonald's site.